Now, as previously suggested here in this channel, with this video, I will begin relating to you verbatim transcripts or a transcription of interactions with real people via email in the direction of personal involvement training. Okay. Now, this is as I'm suggesting here, this is a real situation. Hopefully this will make it feel more personalized for you and give you an idea of how this would work if I were to be interacting with you. It will be customized for some specific person, not you, but I think that it is closer to being customized specifically for you, whoever you are, than me just making a bunch of training videos like I had on my Tharanki Ramacharaka channel that weren't really designed for anybody in particular. Just kind of one size fits all, which has its drawbacks. I think this method will have less drawbacks. Okay, so at first here, this is a situation. This is a situation, not really a situation. This is a state of affairs that is happening currently with a person who is just about to make a decision to get into a full-blown, comprehensive personal evolution training program with me. So this could go on for a year or so. So this series right here that will be in this playlist, and interwoven into it may be other things going on, okay? But I think you would be able to identify the videos as these videos that have to do with this specific interaction, ongoing interaction, current, real-time interaction in this playlist, regardless of whether others are put in with it, inserted into the same playlist. Okay, I'll figure out a way to do that by the names of the videos. So anyway, let's get started here. This is the first video providing real-life cases of my training program. This is what will be here first is the initiating conversation taking place. The person contacted me. I won't say the person's name. I should make up a name so that we know what we're doing here. I don't know. If I make one up, that's okay. We'll get to it later. Anyway, here's the first contact that I received. Within the last 2 weeks or so, on your Tharanki Ramacharaka channel, I came across your arcane teachings and formulas videos written by William Walker Atkinson. Now, that was the first time I had heard of those titles. And to find a book of steps along with the teachings, let's just say it was overdue. Now I notice that any videos that seem to feature you have been removed from the channel. Well, reading Mr. Atkinson's work is informative, but you added a certain flair with your inflections and the tones in your speech. I do hope you decide to repost those videos and make them public again. What is more, though, right here, I want to open up a line of communication with you. It's rare to find anyone who thinks along similar lines on certain aspects of things. Here's my reply. Thank you for your email. I feel good about your request to open a line of communication. I guess we could start with, if you have any questions, let me know. The next correspondence came as follows. When a friend and I watched your videos, we commented on the low numbers of views they had. Information is powerful, and yet not many people paying attention? That's unfortunate for today. But I have to believe there are some who sense something's not right with the current dogmas, traditions, and existing circles in which they choose to live their lives. I started out with a foundation in Christianity. The people around me made me feel that something wasn't right. Ever since, I've been searching high and low for something that makes sense, for a truth I could even begin to believe in. I've searched for roughly 19 years now. Had I met myself 16 years ago and told myself I would be reading books on the arcane and occultism, I would have called the nut house and had them pick me up. Something that was taboo then feels right now. And it's all based off my current levels of understanding. Now, I'm sure that you feel as if you've cast pearls before swine more than once. But there must be some, including myself, that do appreciate your work. And now as for questions, I have some. But I think it would be best if you first learned about who I'm currently living as, so to speak. I'm in my mid-30s and I own a business. Up until this point, I've let life happen to me instead of me making things happen. I chased religions, self-help books, and people, not knowing that the only help I needed was my true self-help. Now I choose to grow. I choose to live. I choose to enjoy being me and enjoy my being. Currently, I am reading the book called The Power of Concentration, one of William Walker Atkinson's books. I realized I needed to build up more in this realm while I let myself mature with the other information from your Tharangki Ramacharaka channel. Is there something else you think I should look into first? My reply was this. Okay, I have an idea. Let me know what you think of it. I can create a new channel. On it, I can repost my videos one at a time from the Tharangki Ramacharaka channel. In a single playlist, I can gear the sequence toward you, personally. It would be from the ground up, so to speak. And meanwhile, we could also interact by email, and I could turn my part of our dialogue into more videos to go with the ones I am reposting on the new channel. Therefore, the old material would get back online in a new sequence, with new videos inserted as it goes, and with those new ones being transcribed from at least one real-life case. See, one of the problems with a crap load of videos like was on my channel is similar to one of the problems with any other form of self-help material. It is one size fits all. Even the bona fide nature of my material fell into this mold. One-on-one is the only way for such things to really work. It has always been that way, for good reason. But with my new idea here, the same good stuff will make its way back onto YouTube, mixed with some one-on-one, albeit not customized for anybody but you. Still, it's better than no one-on-one flavor at all. Now, to answer your question as to what else you could look into right now, I have nothing to add to what you are doing until I know your answer to this proposal. But perhaps you need just a little bit more to go on before you can answer. Like, how long could this go on? About a year. Another question you might have is, have I worked with anybody one-on-one before? Yes. And like I said, it really is the only way to go. Well, is it hard for a person to do? Yes. You might ask, am I traditional about it? Yes. Insofar as one prevailing rule goes, follow all of the instruction to the letter. If you do that, progress on your part will be exceptional, and we will not be wasting time and energy. A further question you might ask, am I thorough in my explanations? Yes. 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 Do I take cues from you? Yes. Do I mix theory with practice? Yes. Oh yes, this will not be armchair philosophizing. It is not something to study and talk about and then move to the next lesson. That to me is left brain armchair analysis and synthesis. The same sort of stuff that we learned to do in school. No. We would be going past your left brain and into your right as well as left, and past theory and into pragmatism backed by theory, and into cognition backed by experience, and past your conscious understanding and into your subconscious functions to in turn affect your conscious life. As I had often said on my Tharagki Ramacharaka channel, this ain't no mamby-pamby, and this ain't no playground for little girls, for it can be no other way. And one other thing. Right as we met here, you saw me downright deleting 3 years of work from my Tharagki Ramacharaka channel due to getting the shits of people over it. So right from the start, you know that I have no big problem walking away from it all. That might keep you motivated. Now, before asking you what you make of my proposal, I want to give you adequate information upon which to turn your consideration. Remember, thorough explanations. So all of this following is an example of how such an interaction can go. It is taken from another such interaction. It's an example of how such an interaction can go, the content of which comes from one-on-one emails with some other person. Just my replies, with a little editing to make them flow, and I added questions throughout to set the text in a question and answer format. This will give you an idea of how I communicate via email. Also a little idea of how it can go when just engaging in discussion, which is what this was. As you will note, this does not depict a training sequence in full action. No, it is discussion rigged toward helping to work out whether the other person felt ready for a full-blown comprehensive training program. So I thought that this might help you to consider my proposal, for it involves some of the characteristics that I have proposed to instantiate with you. You could end up participating in making something very useful to many other people. So here it is, for you to see the sort of thing I mean about content for new videos worked into a new channel. I'm going to end this video here. With the next one, we'll pick up from that transcript in question and answer form given to this person to whom I am making this proposal. In this interaction, posted here for you. Be well.